asked, does the African group have a nomination for the Bureau? Mauritius.
Michelle to represent Africa.
Can you repeat, please? We did not hear.
Consultation, and we have nominated Michelle to represent the Africa group. Thank you.
Mauritius, Seychelles. Okay. Then. I understand that Mauritius nominates Seychelles. Do I have supporting nominations? Kenya.
Mozambique supports the nomination of Mr. Alan from Seychelles.
Okay. Thank you, Kenya. It has been proposed by Mauritius and supported by Kenya. Oh, sorry, not Kenya, Mozambique. Thank you, Mozambique. Thank you very much, and my apology for that. Again, it has been proposed by Mauritius and supported by Mozambique that Seychelles is nominated to the Bureau. Is it the wish of the meeting to elect Seychelles to be the Bureau? I hear no objection. It is so decided. Thank you. For Eastern Group, as we heard from Secretariat, from Habib, that we only have one country delegates. Georgia. Then we decide for Georgia, right? Georgia, let us ask that you accept our nomination. We don't invite them. Where is Georgia?
I'm here. Okay, I accept, of course. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Georgia. So we applause for Georgia. I hear no objection, and Georgia has accepted. Then it is so decided. Now I call on the Latin American and Caribbean group for a nomination. I understand. Is there nomination? Do I have proposed for Latin America? Cuba propose?
Muchas gracias. La propuesta de Cuba es la representante de Colombia, la señora embajadora Elizabeth Taylor. Y esto fue también visto en la reunión que acabamos de realizar, los pocos representantes que estábamos acá de nuestra región. Muchas gracias.
Cuba y Colombia. I understand that Cuba nominating Colombia. Do I have supporting for Colombia, nominated by Cuba. Brazil? Brazil supporting Colombia? Thank you, Brazil. It has been proposed by Cuba and supported by Brazil that Colombia is nominated for the vice chair. Is it the wish of the meeting to elect the Colombia as vice chair? I hear no objection. It is so decided. Now we ask but not report. Oh, okay. Now we call on the Western Europe and other group for a nomination. Let us now having the nomination for Western Europe and other groups. Who is proposing? Which country will propose for the Western Europe and other groups for a nomination? European Union.
Much, Madam Chair. We propose Germany. Thank you.
Thank you. European Union proposed for Germany. Do we have now a supporter supporting for Germany that proposed by European Union? Norway?
Thank you. We really support that. Thank you to Germany.
Thank you. Thank you, Norway. It has been proposed by European Union and supported by Norway that Germany is nominated for a vice chair. Yeah. Yes? No objection. So it is so decided. Thank you, Germany. Now, distinguished delegates, I invite you to choose among the co-chairs selected a reporter, and I invite nomination from the floor. It has been proposed, sorry. So I invite one of the co-chairs should be nominated as a reporter. So we have the choice of Germany, Seychelles, Colombia, and Georgia. We have to choose among the Germany, Seychelles, Colombia, and Georgia to be a reporter. Colombia, please.
Colombia propone a Alemania.
Okay, thank you, Colombia. Is there any objection? Yeah. I hear no objection, then it is so decided. Thank you. Okay, now I invite Germany as a reporter to come to the stage. Germany. Ini berisik. Oh, berisik banget ya. Germany, please come up and to the stage.
Madam Chair, thank you. I'm not talking on my personal behalf, and so far as somewhat free. Nevertheless, we lost somewhat track. What is exactly the additional task, so to say, you are just talking about? I mean, in addition to vice chair / the chair of the regional group. We didn't get that. Sorry for that.
Okay, then let me ask Secretariat to explain about the whole matters, yeah? Please, Pak Habib.
Thank you, Madam Chair. According to the rules and procedures of the United Nations Environment Assembly, we elect a chair and 4 vice chair from the 5 UN regional groupings, and one of the co-chair will serve as a rapporteur. So it's the decision among the 4 co-chairs to have one of them being the rapporteur of the session. The rapporteur will be supported by the Secretariat as it is customary. We have report writers, and the report will be prepared by the Secretariat and vetted by the rapporteur before being distributed.
So,
Thank you so much, and 30 seconds, please. Thank you. Be happy to do that.
thank you for Germany, and we applause for Germany. Now I invite Germany to have her seat as a reporter of the meeting. Germany, would you please to come up and joining us on this table? Thank you very much. Thank you for all your participation, and we move forward now to the next agenda of item 3, the adoption of the agenda and organization of the sessions. Distinguished delegates, we shall now turn to the adoption of the agenda and then go on to consider certain matters related to the organization of work. I invite the distinguished delegates to turn their attention to document UNEP/GPA/IGR.4/1/Ref1 containing the provisional agenda as well as a document UNEP/GPA/IGR.4/1/add.1/ref1 containing the annotated provisional agenda and organization of the work. Are there any suggested modification to the provisional agenda? As I see no one, I declare it adopted. With regard to the organization of work under item 2B, I wish to draw your attention to document UNEP/GPA/IGR.4/1/ADD1.1/ref.1 for the duration of the meeting. Simultaneous interpretation in the 6 official languages of the United Nations will be provided. The host country has also provided interpretation in Indonesian language. The following items will be dealt within this meeting. Item 4, UNEP/GPA/IGR.4/2/ref.1, progress in the implementation of the Global Program of Action for the Protection of the Marine Environment from Land-Based Activities at the international, regional, and national levels. Item 5, UNEP/GPA/IGR.4/3/ref1, future direction of the Global Program of Action for the Protection of the Marine Environment from Land-Based Activities 2018 to 2022. Item 6, UNEP/GPA/IGR.4/4ref.1, Program of Work of the United Nations Environment Program, Global Program of Action, Coordination Office for 2018 to 2022. Item 7, adoption of the Bali Declaration and any other outcome documents of the session. We already shared the draft of Bali Declaration or whatever later you want to name it. In view of the time constraints during this meeting, I humbly recommend that a Bali Declaration working group be established to begin its work as soon as possible. A room has been assigned to the Bali Declaration Working Group, and the group may wish to meet before morning sessions, at lunch break, and in the evening. As is the normal procedure, the working group will be open-ended. Based on previous consultations, it is proposed that Bali Declaration Working Group be chaired by Indonesia, and from Indonesia, it is appointed to Ambassador Makarim. The outcomes of the discussion under the respective agenda item will be forwarded to the 4th session of the United Nations Environment Assembly for endorsement. I recommend that the morning session run from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and the afternoon session from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. The proceedings of this meeting will be made available as a post-session document, UNEP/GPA/IGR.4/5, within 2 weeks of the close of this meeting. Are there any comments on this recommendation concerning the organization of the work of the sessions? May I take it that the meeting agrees with the recommendations?
Thank you, Chair.
NGO4, yeah.
Thank you very much, Chair. I would just make a short comment on behalf of the non-governmental organizations. We are only beginning to coordinate here and take stock of which organizations are present. So far, initial discussions, we are very happy to have the opportunity to contribute to this meeting. There's a diverse group of NGOs here which we feel can add substantively to the discussions by the countries. We have a range of experts here, and we expect that experts will comment individually, but if it helps coordination, we might suggest that we always speak from this corner of the room to give our contributions. Thank you.
Agree, and thank you very much for your contributions. So is there any remarks or advice? I hear no objections. It is so decided. I propose that under Rule 38 of the Rules of Procedures of the United Nations Environment Assembly, the plenary agrees to establish a 5-minute time limit on all interventions by delegation and 3 minutes by intergovernmental organization and non-governmental organization. Shorter interventions would, of course, be most welcome. This will enable more delegation to make interventions during the general debate. Do I take it that the meeting agrees with these recommendations? I hear no objections. It is so decided. Now let us move to item 4, review of the implementation of the Global Program of Action for the Protection of the Marine Environment from land-based activities at the international, regional, and national level.